Mark chapter 9. Gaelegen autois. And he was saying to them, Amen, lego humin. Amen, I am saying to you. Hoti e sintines hode. Don hester goton. Hoitines ume geusontai. Tanatu heos a nidosin tön basilean tu teu. Ele lutuian en dyname. That there are some here of those having stood, which should certainly not taste death until when they should see the kingdom of the God having come in power. Gaimeta hermeras hex. And with 6 days, after 6 days, paralambane ho Jesus. Yeshua is taking along Don Petron kai Don Iakobon kai Don Johannen, taking along Petros and Jacobo and Johannen. Kai anapere autus, and he is bringing them up. Esoros hypsilon, into a high mountain, Gatidian monus, privately them alone. Kai metamorporter embrostenauton, and he became metamorphed, transformed before them. Kaita himatia autu egeneto stilbonta leukalian, and his clothes became glistening, exceedingly white. Hoia gnapeus epites gers udunatai hutos leukanai, so much that a fuller upon the earth is not being able thus to whiten. Kai opter autois herleas sun mouse, and there appeared to them Eliah with Moshe, kai ursan sun laluntes toi Yeshua. And they were talking with Yeshua, together talking with Yeshua. Kai apokrites ho Petros lege toi Yeshua. And Petro, having responded, is saying to Yeshua, Rabbe, galonestin hermas hode enai. Rabbi, it is good for us here to be being. Kai boyers omen treske nice, and we would make 3 booths. Soy mian, kai Mose mian, kai herleai mian. For thee 1, and for Moshe 1, and for Eliah 1. Ugarei de apokritei. For he had not known what he should respond or answer. Ekpoboi gar egenonto, for terror had become, rather they had become terrified. Kai egeneto nepele episkiazus autois, and a cloud became overshadowing them. Kai egeneto pone ecters nepelers, hu tosestin ho hyosmu ho agapetos. And a voice became out of the cloud, "This is my son, the beloved. Akuete autu. Be ye hearing him." Kai exapina. And suddenly, periblepsamenoi, uketi udena edon, allaton Yeshun, monon, meteauton. And suddenly, they having looked around, no longer saw anyone, nobody, but Yeshua alone with them. Kai katapai nonton, auton, and of their coming down, apotu orus from the mountain. Diestelato autois, he charged them, hina murdeni, that to nobody, haedon diergersontai, what things they saw, they might recount. E me hotan ho huios tu anthropu ek necron anastoi. If not, when the Son of the Man out of dead ones should arise. Kaiton logon ekratesan proseautus sydzertuntes ti estin to ek necron anasternai. And the word they kept to themselves, together questioning what is the out of dead ones to arise. Kai eperoton auton legontes, and they were asking him, saying, Hoti legusin hoi parishaioi kai hoi grammates, hoti elean te elten proton. That the Parishim and the scribes are saying that Eliah, it is being necessary to come first. Hode eper autois, and he was saying to them, Herleas elton proton apokatistane panta. Eliah, having come first, is restoring all things. Kai pos kegrata epiton huion tu anthropu, and how it is written concerning the Son of the Man, hina polla paterje, kai exutenoterje, that many things he should suffer, and he should be being utterly despised. Allah lego humin, but I am saying to you, hotikai herleas eleluten, that also Eliyahu hath come, kai epoia sanautoia hosa ertelon, and they did to him as much as they were wanting. Gatos kegratai epauton, just as it hath been written about him. Gael tontes prostus matertas, and having come to the disciples, of them having come to the disciples, edon oklon pollyn periautun autus, they saw a great crowd about them. Kai grammates sudzetuntas prosautus, and scribes together reasoning with them. Kai eutus pas ho oklos idontes auton exetam son. And immediately all the crowd, having seen him, were amazed out. Kai prostrecontes herspadzonto auton, and having run toward, they were greeting him. Kai eperotesan autus, and he asked them, Tisudzetete prosautus, what are ye reasoning with them? Kai apekrite autoi, and he answered to him, He sectu oklu, one out of the multitude or crowd, didaskale, teacher, enenkaton huionmu, I brought my son, Rose, to thee, ekonta pneuma alalon, having a mute spirit. Kai hopu ea nauton katalaböy röse. And wherever he might take him, he is breaking. He is breaking, and he is foaming, and he is squeaking the teeth, and he is pining away. Translates, and where, kai hopu ea nauton katalaböy röse, kai apridze, kai tridze, tu sodontas, kai xerainetai. And then, kai patois matertaisu, and I said to thy disciples, hina auto ekpalosin, that they might cast it out, kai ukiskusan, and they were not able. Hode apokrites autois lege, and he, having answered, was saying to them, O genea apistos, O generation without faith, heos pote proshuma sesomai, until when with you I will be, heos pote anexomai humon, until when I shall bear with you. Perete auton prosme, be ye bringing him to me. Kai ernenkan auton prosauton, and they brought him to him. Kai idon auton, and having seen him, to pneuma eutus synesparaksen auton, the spirit immediately convulsed him completely. Kai peson epites gers, eculieto, aprizon, and having fallen upon the ground, he was wallowing, foaming. Kai eperotesen ton patera hautu, and he asked his father, Posos chronos estin, hos tu to gegonen autoi. For how long a time is it, as this hath become to him? Hode epen, and he said, Ek baidioten, out of childhood, from childhood. kai pollakis kai espyrauto nebalen, and many times also into fire it threw him, kai esydata, and into water, hina apolesa ya auton, that it might destroy him, alla eti dynöja, but if anything thou art being able, Boeterson Hermin, help us, splanknistes ephermas, having had compassion upon us. Hode Jesus penautoia, but Yeshua said to him, to edunöia, this, if thou art being able, panta dunata toia pisteuonti. All things are possible to the one believing. Eutis kraxas hopater tu paidiu elegen. Immediately, the father, having cried out, the father of the child, he was saying, Pisteuo, I am believing. Boetemoi, doi apistiai. Be thou helping my unbelief. Idon de ho Jesus hoti episyntreke ho oklos. And Yeshua, having seen that the crowd was together running upon, ebetimersen toi pneumati toi akatar toi legon, he commanded to the unclean spirit, saying to it, to allalon kai gopon pneuma, thou mute and deaf spirit, ego epitasso, I am commanding soy thee, exelte, be thou come out, exautu, out of him, kai merketi, eseltöje esauton, and never again enter thou, and never again thou shalt enter into him. Thou should enter into him. Kai kraxas, and having cried out, kai pollas paraxas, and having much convulsed, exerten, it came out, kai egeneto, hose necros, and he became as dead, hoste tus pollus legen, so that the many were to be saying, hoti apetanen, that he died. Hode Jesus gratesas tes kerosautu ögerenauton, but Yeshua, having grasped his hand, raised him up, Gai anester, and he arose. Gai esel tontes autu, and of his entering, esoikon, into a house, hoimater taiautu, gatidian eperoton auton, his disciples privately were asking him, hoti hermes uke dunötermen ekpalen auto, that we were not able to cast it out. Kai epenautois, and he said to them, tuto togenos enudeni dynatai exelten emer en proseuköi. This kind, and he said to them, this kind, in nothing, with nothing, it is able to come out, if not by prayer. Gaketen exeltontes pareporeuonto diates Galileas. And from there, having gone forth, they were going about through the Galilee. Kai ukertelen hinatis gnoi, and he was not wanting that any should know. Edidasken gartus matata sautu, for he was teaching his disciples, kai elegen autois, and he was saying to them, Hoti hohuios tu anthropu paradidotai, eskeras anthropon, that the Son of the Man is being handed over into the hands of men. Kai apoktenusin auton, and they shall kill him. Kai apoktantes meta tres hemeras anastasetai. And having been killed, after 3 days he shall arise. Hoide ergnoun to rema, and they were not knowing the word. Kai epobunto auton eperotesai, and they were fearing to ask him. Kai erton es Capernaum, and he came into Capernaum. Kai entei oikiai genomenos, and in the house, having become eperota autus, they were asking him, di entei, no, he was asking them, di entei hodoi dialogizeste, what in the way ye were reasoning. Hoide esiopon prosallelus, and they were being silent to one another. Gar dialectersan, entoi hodoi dismedzon, for they were discoursing in the way who the greatest is. Kai katisas eponesen tus dodeca, and having sat, he called the 12. Kai lege autois, and he is saying to them, Etis tele proto senai, if anyone is wanting to be being first, estai panton eskatos, kai panton diakonos, he shall be last of all and servant of all. Kai labon baidion, ester senauton en mesoiauton, and having taken a child, he stood it in their midst. Kai enankalissamenos auto epen autois, and having embraced him, he said to them, Hosan henton paidion tuton texertai epitoi onomatimu. Whoever should receive one of these children upon my name, on account of my name, emedeketai, is receiving me. Kai hosan emedeketai, and whoever should be receiving me, ukemedeketai, ba Allah don apostelantame, is not receiving me, but the one having sent me. Epper autoi or Johannes was saying to him, Didaskale, teacher, e domentina entoi onomatisu ekpallonta daimonia. We saw a certain one in thy name casting out demons. Hos ukakolu te hermin, who is not following with us. Kai ekoluomen auton, and we were forbidding him. Hoti ukakolu te hermin, because he was not following with us. Hode Yeshua epen, but Yeshua said, Merkoluete auton, don't be ye forbidding him. Ude skarestin, hospoye se dynamin epitoi onomatimu, kai dyne setai taku kakoloke saime. For nobody is who he shall do a power or a mighty work upon my name, and shall be able quickly to speak bad of me. Hoskaru kestin katermon hyperhermon estin. For whoever is not against us is for us. Hoskar an potisei, humas poterion hydatos en onomatimu, hoti Christu este. Amen, lego humin hoti ume apolesei ton miston autu. For whoever might give you to drink a cup of water in my name, because of the anointed ye are. Amen, I am saying to you that certainly he will certainly not lose. He should certainly not lose his reward. Kai hosan skandalisei, henna, ton mikron, ton pisteuonton. And whoever should make one of these little ones believing in me to stumble, Galonestin autoi maalon e periketai, mylos onnikos periton trakölon autu, kai beblötai estön talassan. It is good for him rather if a millstone of a donkey is being set about his neck, and he hath been thrown into the sea. Kai ean skandalisei se her kersu, and if thy hand should stumble thee, that is, cause thee to sin, apokopsonauten, cut thou it off. Galonestinse, kyllon eselten estön zoen. It is being good, thou maimed, to enter into the life. Das duo kerra sekonta apelten estön geennan. Rather than 2 hands having to enter into the hell, the Gehenna, esto purto asbeston, into the unquenchable fire. Kai ean hot puussu scandalize, and if thy foot should be stumbling thee, apokopson auton, cut it off, galon estinse, eselten estön zoön kolon, tus duo podas sekonta blötönai estön gennan. It is being good, thou, to enter into the life lame, rather than the 2 feet having to be cast into the Gehenna. Kai ean ho optalmossu scandalizeise, and if thy eye should be causing thee to stumble, should be stumbling thee, causing thee to sin, ekballe auton, throw it out, galon sestin, monoptalmon, eselten estön basilean tutseu. It is being good, one-eyed, thou, to enter into the kingdom of the God. Duo optalmu sekonta blötönai estön gehennan, rather than 2 eyes having 2 eyes to be cast into the Gehenna. Hoppu hoskolöks auton uteleutai, where their worm is not ending, gaito pur uspennytai, and the fire is not being quenched. Paskar puri halistösetai, for everyone with fire shall be salted. Galon tohalla ean de tohalla analon enertai entini auto ardusete. The salt is good, but if the salt should become unsalty, by what shall it be seasoned? Ekete enheautois. Halla. Be ye having in yourselves salt. Kai neuete enallois, and be ye having peace among each other.